Hey everyone, and welcome back. So, for those of you who have been around on YouTube since the early days, probably remember a term that used to rear its ugly head quite a lot, this being the weird side of YouTube. This was kind of like a blanket statement from everything from screamers to like bizarre animations to even some of the earliest alternate reality games that the internet has seen. And let's not forget even quick, short videos just like this one. So why not take a trip down memory lane and revisit some of the older YouTube horror classics that paved the way for us today. I actually want to start off with an entire category, screamers. These things were like landmines on YouTube back in the day. Oh, you're just trying to play this maze game that your friend bet you can't beat? Bam! Screamer. Or maybe you kind of fell down a rabbit hole of watching paranormal videos. Boom! Screamer. This thumbnail says you can see Michael Jackson's ghost wandering around in his hallways. Gotcha. Screamer. Yeah, you get the idea. They were literally everywhere. And I mean, I think even back then these were kind of considered like cheap scares, but especially today, you don't see a lot of these anymore, other than in maybe like video games.
Surprise, shawty!
But at the same time, back then, these were some of the scariest videos online. And you know, hey, luckily the internet kind of moved on from spamming these literally everywhere. Once in a while, you'll run into one. And I think it's just about time that we remember some of the greats. Our founding fathers. I think the most notable one is the K-Fi commercial or the scary car commercial. There's many names. It's all referring to the video that you first saw when you clicked on this video. Oh my god, this video has like terrorized our entire generation at this point. I remember the first time I saw this, I fell for it. It got me. I was looking in close trying to see where'd the car go? It disappeared behind the bush. Not a good day. Not a good day. And hey, just a super quick reminder, if you're enjoying the video so far and you want to see more content just like this, why not hit the like or subscribe button? Another category of old school YouTube horror that I think is definitely worth mentioning is sort of like weird, uncanny / unintentionally disturbing videos. Honestly, I think the best example of this has to be Shay St. John. It was a video series posted on the YouTube channel Elastic, Spastic, Plastic, Fantastic, which featured a model that was deformed in a train crash, who then rebuilt her own body with mannequin and broken doll parts. All of their videos were filmed in very, very low quality, even for the time, which kind of adds, again, unintentionally to the creepy factor, you know, on top of obvious other things. But you as the viewer kind of get to see her interact with her surroundings in a normal-ish way, kind of showing that she is still human under the mannequins and doll parts. Kind of like when we see Shay and her friend come up with a handshake in their most popular video called Hand Thing. But I mean, you really cannot shake the uneasy feeling you get while watching them. It's definitely worth a watch though. All of the episodes are still up on YouTube to this day. But unfortunately the creator of the show passed away at the age of 42, but has actually left a lot of other cool creative art projects, most notably the adventures of Shay and friends, among many others. And before we move on, a few examples of these kind of weird, like uncanny standalone horror are I Feel Fantastic and There Is Nothing, which I've actually covered in my video about the Uncanny Valley. Check it out after this video if you already haven't seen it. But yeah, YouTube used to be filled with a lot of very like weird, almost fever dream-like videos. Now after those, we start to see some more like story-based / alternate reality game content, which I think videos like the ones we mentioned before heavily inspired. But yes, this is where we start to see things like Marble Hornets, Alan Tutorial, and even Don't Hug Me I'm Scared, to name just a few. Honestly, I think one of the most influential from this period has to be Marble Hornets. Marble Hornets was an alternate reality game based mainly off of the Slenderman creepypasta. The story of this ARG, it follows a film student named Jay who decides to look through the files of a cancelled art project that his friend Alex had directed and he himself had participated in, where he discovers through watching these tapes that him and his friends have been stalked by some sort of paranormal entity known as the Operator, and would occasionally post videos and like subliminal messages talking to Jay and his friends through YouTube, which I thought was like very cool and kind of groundbreaking at the time. And Jay and his friends would react to the operator's messages to them. But yes, Jay ends up getting himself wrapped up in a mystery far beyond his own understanding. The series went on for an extremely long time and featured things like Slender Man and many other creepypasta-like characters. Yeah, there's actually a movie about it now, so I definitely recommend you guys go give that a watch. Or if not, the original series is still up on YouTube to this day, and it's honestly, it holds up very well. So another one of my absolute favorites has to be Alan Tutorial. This is a really interesting one. So spanning a total of 66 videos, Alan Tutorial shows the first-person perspective of a fictional, supposedly, special needs man named Alan, who seems to be obsessed with making pointless and short YouTube tutorials. For example, how to pick up a chair, how to crush a can of Dr. Pepper with slats of wood, DIY weatherize hole tutorial. Obviously a lot of these were nonsensical, but with each video we got a small glimpse into Alan's life, where we can start to pick up on like odd, strange events happening and stranger behavior from Alan himself.
Uh-oh. Okay. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to it. Ow.
Just very strange overall, and it kind of leaves us wondering what happened off camera. The series escalates very rapidly at a certain point, and we start wondering, like, why is Alan homeless now? Where is this van taking him? Where is he being held captive? Is that a leg on a drill? Alan? Yeah, but this is, in my opinion, one of the very best ARGs, honestly, on YouTube of all time, but especially for back when it was posted. Due to, like, many people believing that this was an actual person and these things were actually happening to this person, he had a lot of people convinced. Now, next up, I want to talk about easily my favorite trend in YouTube horror, animation. I mean, there are so many classics from animators on YouTube, most of which are honestly some of the weirdest videos I've ever seen. I mean, I still remember the confusion of seeing Jimmy Neutron, Happy Family, Happy Hour.
Jimmy, your mom is dead. Do an order of pizza for dinner.
For the first time as a kid. I mean, this video alone had an impact on internet humor, memes, everything, really. I think a notable YouTuber who made animation in this style is Pam Tree, who blessed us with treasures such as Minecraft in a Nutshell, and my personal favorite, Miss Puff Has Had Enough. Now, a lot of these aren't like super creepy or anything, they have a weird energy to them, but they're not like violent or anything like that. But on the darker side of things, we have series like Happy Tree Friends. Happy Tree Friends, as I'm sure many of you know already, is a seemingly innocent children's TV show featuring bright colors, happy music, cute little characters, until things go south. I mean, how can I talk about YouTube animation without talking about Salad Fingers, right? Salad Fingers was like a huge deal back in the day. This little green bean dude was everywhere. It was posted on Newgrounds in 2004 by David Firth, who's actually gone on to become a super successful animator. But yeah, Salad Fingers was a short series about a green, shaky-voiced man who lived in some sort of wasteland, and as we all know, had a weird love for rusty spoons.
Like rusty spoons.
He also has friends who you can like watch him very strangely and awkwardly interact with. Some of them are including like finger puppets, but hey, still friends.
I got plenty of friends. I can name 3 right off the bat. The gang's all here.
But yeah, I actually just want to throw in a few quick honorable mentions for the animation category that I feel like have had a huge impact on like horror animation in general. Some are slightly modern, but still classics either way. We have the Screaming Puppet video. No! Henry Eats, which was a personal favorite of mine. The Pringle advert, which made me not ever want to eat Pringles ever again.
Are you hungry? Why not have some Pringles? It's exquisite cuisine. Come on in and purchase this chip. Come enjoy these crisps.
And I mean, there is just so many more. so many great videos out there. But yes, that is all we have for today. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe because I post videos every Friday and sometimes on Wednesdays. But yes, until then, I hope you enjoyed and I will see you next time. Bye.